Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Yeah, guys. So we were discussing uh, some of the past papers, and I told you that we are going to solve some questions on exam practice platform. So this is one of the question that we are looking to solve on exam platform, right? So again, a very good question of ABC, and I believe it's really nice to be looked at. And again, then I've attached other questions as well, and I'll be solving that for sure. But in the meantime, till I upload the classes, you can solve these questions by yourself, right? You can solve these questions by yourself. Okay? So let's read Alfonso, and then we are going to attempt the question in the exam practice platform. Okay? So Alfonso is a large producer of industrial chemicals with divisions in 25 countries. Okay, it's a large entity. It's really good. The agrochemicals division produces a chemical pesticide known internally as ALF, right? So it makes a uh, agrochemical pesticide, right? It makes an agrochemical pesticide. The division makes that pesticide to control pests, which is the worldwide significance economically for food production, right? So for food production, you need this pesticide. Familiarity of the question is very important, guys. Familiarity of the question is very, very, very important. Okay. Now, pesticides such as ALF only remain effective for a limited time after pests become resistant to them and replacement product needs to be found. A scientific study has shown that the current variant ALFS6 is becoming ineffective in controlling pests, and in some places it has accumulated in the soil to levels which may significantly reduce crop yields in the future if it is continued to be used. Okay. Now, the agrochemicals division is evaluating 3 new products to find the replacement of ALFX. So now, ALF6 is not that much to be looked at, and it's not very effective, right? It's becoming ineffective. It's not very effective, right? So this is the first paragraph. Now they are going to find the replacement of ALF6. They want to find the replacement. Ideally, I guide students about reading the requirement first also. So here's the requirement that explain how activity-based costing may help agrochemicals division in assessing the profitability. So you have to write about ABC, and you have got enough idea by practicing in those classes that we have done. And using ABC, excluding the value of grant of GFPO, calculate the total R&D cost and waste treatment cost for the new products, right? So what you have to do, you have to discuss the grant for GFPO. Now, what's that? We're going to be reading it. And then R&D cost and waste treatment cost for the new product. Our target for today's class is these requirements, right? Our target for today's class is these requirements because the other requirements are from other topics, just like EMA. We haven't done EMA yet, right? Similarly, we have average net profit per liter for each 3 alternative new products over the expected life. So it's life cycle costing, right? Once we have done those topics, we'll also attempt these questions. But so far, our focus is on these 8 marks that explain how activity-based costing may help agrochemical division in assessing the profitability of these levels, right? So first thing is this. So you need to have an impact of ABC, right? You need to have an impact of ABC right here. Now, ALF7 is produced by a small chemical modification to the existing product and requires little research and development resources to develop it. So it's a new version, right? As it's closely related to the current variant, it is only expected to remain effective and in use for 3 years. It is unclear whether ALF7 will accumulate in the soil as ALF6 does. So it's unclear yet, right? This product is unclear yet, right? Now, yeah. So ALF7, it's unclear yet. Now, red is a new type of pesticide which will incur large amounts of R&D expenditure to develop commercial version. In addition, the agrochemicals division will have to fund a long-term scientific study into effect of red on the environment at a cost of 4 million of the 15 years that the product will be in use and 5 years afterwards. Now, production of red generates large amount production of lead. Now, what red is? Red is basically a new type of pesticide which incurs R&D expenditure, and it needs to be developed a commercial version here. And agrochemical division will have to fund long-term scientific study to the effect of red on the environment at a cost of $4 million, right? So it's gonna be incurring many work here. Now, production of red generates large amount of toxic byproducts which must be treated in the division's waste treatment facility. Okay, the production plant used to produce red must also be decommissioned. So red is a costly option, right? I believe red is a costly option, right? Yeah. So now green. Now what's green? Red is basically damaging the environment, and or we don't know about that much. Now green is form of naturally occurring chemical. It's a natural chemical and not accumulate in the environment. It is expected to remain it for 8 years. Okay. Production of green requires relatively large amounts of energy, significant R&D expenditure needed to produce an effective version as green remains active in the environment for a short time. So green has a limited time capacity. Now, because of this, green is unsuitable for use in climates where crop production is already difficult, right? So crop production in green is already difficult. Now, the Global Food Production Organization is an NGO which funds new ways to increase global crop production in regions where food of human consumption is already scarce. So there's an organization working for the people where the food consumption is large and the people are in a great numbers and the consumption is scarce, right? So the GFPO has agreed to make a significant contribution in R&D costs for producing the replacement. So one entity, one NGO has particular who agreed to develop ALF6 newer version, but will be unwilling to contribute the R&D cost of green because it cannot be used in every region. Now, similarly, a number of governments and countries where Alfonso has licenses have warned the company to potentially public disapproval should the agrochemical division choose to replace. So government of the entities, a government of the countries that we are operating in, they don't want to discontinue this ALF6, right? They don't want to discontinue this because we have licenses in the other chemical business. They particularly have warned us to not to go with any other product, right? Now, the newly appointed CFO of Agro Division has asked you to performance management consultant, one of our analysts in agrochemical division, she said has produced a single period statement of PL to show profitability of 3 new products we are considering for ALF6. I think analyst calculations are too simplistic. So we have asked one analyst we have asked some analysts to kindly accommodate or solve particularly the product-wise data, give us the product-wise data, and we believe that they have done too simplistically. She continued the of waste treatment are apportioned on the revenue of new products. Now, I look easy or not that much good, right? This is consistent with traditional group accounting policy, but I don't think this gives an accurate costing Also, I watched presentation recently about life cycle costing and EMA and can help reduce cost in the categories of conventional and all that. So now it's Appendix 1, ALF 7, P&L red, green. They have given you these revenues and key data of it, right? They've given you this key data. And now what they are asking that all figures contribution from GFPO towards R&D cost of the new product. Waste treatment is an overhead cost incurred in the division's waste treatment facility, right? Currently, cost of waste treatment are apportioned to products according to expected revenue. The total annual cost of waste treatment facility, which processes a total of 55 million liters, 300 million, any waste treatment capacity, not by any three new products, can be used to create it during the manufacture of the products, right? 1 liter by waste byproduct is produced every 12.5 liters of ALF7 is produced for every 2.5 liters of red produced and every 100 liters. Now, so what's that? What's that? See, they've given you that waste treatment, you are basically making a toxic products, right? So you make sure it's your duty, it's your duty to eliminate waste, right? And that requires cost. It's your duty to eliminate waste, and that requires cost, right? Now see, R&D costs are incurred, so currently is apportioned to products to the expected revenue. So currently, the cost of waste is being apportioned to the expected revenue, which is, I believe, which is wrong, right? Apportioning on revenue. It should be vial product, like how much one product generated waste. Now it should be a portion on the generation of waste rather than on generation on revenue. Do you guys agree? So the allocation is not right, and there comes ABC. If the allocation is not right, so ABC will come, right? So the total annual cost of waste treatment facility, which processes a total of 55 million liters for waste each year, is 300 million, right? So the total annual cost of waste treatment is total 55 million liters of waste and 300 million of this. Any waste treatment capacity not used by any of three new products can be used to treat waste created during manufacturing of other products in division. 1 liter of waste byproduct is produced for every 12.5 liters of ALF7. So if 12.5 liters of ALF7 is produced, it requires 1 liter of waste, right? It requires 1 liter of waste. And if 2.5 liters of red is produced, it requires 1 liter of waste. And similarly, 100 liters of green is produced, so it requires 1 liter. So now you know that how much liters generate how much waste. So you should be allocating cost on that. And you are allocating cost on something else, right? You are allocating cost on something else. Now, R&D costs are incurred in the divisions in accordance with group's accounting policy. R&D is not currently apportioned. The annual cost of R&D facility is 60 million, and total is this, of which 800 hours would be required to this, and 8,500 hours to develop braid, and 4,000 hours to develop green. So R&D hours are also given, right? R&D hours are also given, right? Now, so using ABC, okay, and excluding the value of the grant from GFPO, so calculate the total R&D cost and waste treatment cost for the new product. So here's the application of ABC, right? Here's the application of ABC, and here is the theoretical discussion of ABC, which you guys have done with me. So here is the theoretical discussion of ABC, which you guys have done with me. Okay. So I guess we have got a good particular communication with this question. Now, it's my request to take a picture of this question because we are going on to a screen. So I'll get this PDF on the screen as well. Whereas you should also be having the picture of this question so that we can solve it on exam practice platform. Okay. This is the complete question, this part, and then this part, and then this part. Okay. You can take a picture of this, then this, and then this. Okay. So just a minute. Yeah, guys. So now you have Google in front of you, right? So write exam practice platform here. Okay. ACCA. You can write ACCA as well. So you'll get the exams here. So log in to your practice platform. Obviously, you're gonna be logging in here, and you're gonna be signing in. Okay. So you should go on to APM, blank workspace, assign. So you have been assigned with a blank workspace. You should start, right? So here are the exam structure that will be given to you, right? So this is how your exam will be presented towards you. This is how your exam will be presented towards you. And here will be the questions, and then the word processor is here and the spreadsheet is here. So drafting answers will be done on this word processor, whereas spreadsheet answers will be done here. So it's quite simple, right? And for your easiness, what I've done, I've also got the question here as well, right? I've also got the question here as well. So we have done read the question well, and we know exactly what to be written. We know exactly what to be written for ABC as well as the calculation pattern. We know exactly what to be written for ABC as well as for the calculation pattern, right? Any questions if you have, you can ask till now. I hope you guys are accessing the exam practice platform now, because I want you guys to be practicing the questions on this platform from this video. Once this video you have seen, now you should be practicing here. Yeah, so now draft about the question that they have asked you, that how ABC costing may help this division in profitability. So you have to define ABC, and then you have to link this ABC with the question. The reason that I say the question linking and the question understanding is important, the reason is that without that, you guys might not be getting good marks if you're not connecting the questions with that, right? So you have to connect your questions. You have to connect your questions with particularly to the requirement, right? So that you have an exact idea. So that you have an exact idea that you are getting good marks. So understanding of a question and understanding of a topic, and then they get merged, and then you will get particularly your answer, right? And then you will get particularly your desired answer. So question Alfonso, requirement 1 or requirement A, that's 1, right? So it's requirement 1. That. Now, what you have to do, you have to define ABC, right? What's that? ABC, I'll say, or you should first write at least full form, right? So ABC based or activity based costing, and then you can bracket it ABC, and then you can use ABC term. Now allocates cost to products, right? Based on the activities, which actually drive the costs to better allocation, right? So it drives the cost to better allocation. Now at Alfonso, now this is the thing which examiner says that students are missing. What exactly is the link? You have to create the link, right? You have to create the link. Now, what's the link? It's the waste management that have been allocated wrongly. Waste treatment, it's been allocated on the revenue, which is wrong. Waste treatment, now you have to discuss that, right? So Alfonso, accounting policy is to allocate waste treatment overhead cost on the basis of revenue, right? Which is wrong. You can say it, right? It is wrong from calculation given in question, right? From calculation given in the question, the treatment of allocation here does not seems to be right, right? And similarly, what's about R&D? So R&D is 60 million and has 30,400 R&D hours, which 800 hours would be to develop ALF7, right? And if 800 hours are being developed at ALF7, so why the waste treatment for ALF7 is 54? Now think of that. If 800 hours are being spent here, so how the waste disposal cost can be 54? And if one entity has 8,500 hours, right, or 4,000 hours, then why its cost is not too much high, right? So definitely there is a wrong allocation. There is a wrong allocation here, right? And you need to write that. You need to challenge them. So from calculation given the question, R&D cost, apologies. Yeah, R&D cost do not seem to be allocated, right? It do not seem to be allocated to specific product cost at all. To specific product cost at all, right? Now, this is wrong treatment, right? This, or you can say that this may be appropriate. This may be appropriate elsewhere in the group, but for the new products being made, right? New products being made, the allocation should be on hours that have been spent on product rather than on revenue, right? So you challenge that. So you challenge that, okay? Okay. So we got a challenging argument that they are doing wrong treatment of overhead, water waste treatment overhead cost, right? And R&D cost is also wrongly allocated, right? So now it is therefore inappropriate, okay, to charge these costs to the products, right? It's inappropriate to charge these costs to the products. It's really inappropriate, right? On the basis or simply on this product, charging these costs would lead to higher cost being generated, right? Higher cost being generated and would result in unfavorable, right, prices, right? Unfavorable prices. So if you challenge them that you are not doing the right thing, right? You are not doing the right thing, right? Charging cost should be on the activities. Yeah. Now, what should be done? You told them that you are doing wrong. It's fine. But what should be done? So charging cost should be on activities. Charging cost should be on activities that drives them up. That drives them up. Charging cost should be on activities that drives them. Okay. Which are research hours, right? And volume of waste of byproducts, right? And volume of waste of byproducts for R&D costs, right? And waste disposal costs, right? So this is done. This will provide better basis on which to evaluate, right? Which to evaluate the new products and set appropriate prices, right? Guys, I really believe that I really believe that once this paper is now, I'll say once this paper is now CBE, so it has become very easy because the typing speed is real good here. I remember when we attempted these type of papers, we need to write, and while at the end of the page, I even don't understand what I am writing. How can an examiner who will see the scanned version of my paper will do? So the CBE is a great thing, and that allows you to write some extra points and with extra focus, right? Now, if you see this, if you see this, they have asked you it for 5 marks. So you gave them definition of ABC and you linked them two good points. You linked them with the scenario, and this is what examiner wants, right? This is what examiner wants, okay? So this part was done now. I hope you guys are good with this. Now, using ABC, excluding the value of grant. Now, they are saying exclude the grant. We are not interested in the grant that we have got from GFPO. Calculate the total R&D cost and waste treatment cost of 3 new products. So you have to calculate now. And once they have told you to calculate, then you have to share the screen. So we'll say that question, Alfonso, requirement 1, and that's 2, right? Requirement 1, part 2. What's that? It's calculation of waste treatment cost, okay? It's calculation of waste treatment cost. Now you have to calculate and you have to allocate, in fact, you have to allocate, in fact, R&D cost and waste treatment cost with right measures. Now with ABC, guys, with right measures and with ABC, okay? So ALF7 here, and we have red product, and then we have green, okay? ALF7, red, and green. Now, quantity of waste by product. Now, what's the quantity, guys? What's the quantity, guys? So go on to the chart. They are giving you that it's revenue per liter. They are giving you the revenue per liter and quantity sold and produced. They have given you that also, right? That they have sold or produced 185 and 75, and revenue per liter is 8, and then 13 into 85, and then 11 to 75, right? So 8 into 100, right? So it's this, then 13 into 85, right? It's 1105, okay? So we are basically calculating the revenue in this formula. I'm just showing that this is how the Excel formula works. Now, this Excel formula or this Excel sheet is not exactly the Excel that you use in your office hours, right? It's not exactly that, huh? So, sir, what is that then? Sir, what is that then? So it's simply a shorter version of Excel that you can use. It's simply a shorter version of Excel that you can use, right? So quantity of waste byproduct, you have that, okay? Now we have to calculate that. So I won't be saying to use the shortcuts here. The thing is that this is a simpler Excel. So try making some formulas with simplicity, right? Try making some formulas with simplicity. Okay. So what do we have now? It's simple. Yeah. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the revised cost of these products, right? Calculate the revised cost of these products. Now see, the revenue per liter is this, right? And we have quantity sold and produced million liters. We have given the both things here. So yeah, guys, what thing we'll be doing here, we'll be calculating first. We'll be calculating here. Yeah, so it's revenue per liter and it's total quantity being sold, right? It's total quantity being sold in liters. Now see here that how much liters it require to generate 1 liter of waste. So ALF7 requires 12.5 liters. Okay, so that means quantity of waste byproduct is simply 100 liters. They have made total liters that they have made, right? Total liters made here, okay, and waste liter, right? And waste liter of waste made pro production. What's that? It's simple. So every particularly they have told us that 12.5 liters gets 1 liter, right? So it's 12.5 liters. And what I'll do, I'll divide 100 by this. So it's 8 liters. I'll say it's in liters, right? So it's M and milliliters or liters, whatever they are, right? It's liters. So 8 liters have been generated by ALF7. Okay. So, sir, then what we have to do, and it's simple. Check out the red's production. Red productions is 85. Okay. So 85 and green's production, it's 75. So it's 75. And it's 2.5 liters of red. So 2.5 liters of red generates 1 liter of waste product, and 100 liters of green generate, 100 liters of green generate 1 liter. So Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. We got quantity of waste byproducts, generated by these total liters. Is this point clear? Just confirm me, guys. Is this point clear? You can text me either on the Zoom chat box, or you can text me on my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is with you, and it's simple, plus 923312623849, right? This gives you the error here, but no worries. Now also it gives you error, so just remove this. Yeah, so it's my WhatsApp number. You just have to add plus behind that, right? So quantity of waste by product, right? Yeah. So now cost allocation. Now how's the cost to be allocated? It's simple. They have told you that 55 million of liters of waste each year is 300 million cost, right? So now it's simple. 300 million is the cost. What I'll do, total cost is here, okay? Liter is here. So 300 million, right? And liters are 55. So allocation would be 300 divided by 55. Allocation would be 300 divided by 55. Now that's per liter allocation, and now into 8. So it's 43.6. Now I'll drag it down, but I won't be copying it. So I'll incorporate the dollar here, right? Yeah. So I'm locking these numbers. I hope you guys know about the basic skill. That's Excel. If you guys don't know, then you can check out my financial modeling course as well. Okay. So now this is done, and I made it to 0.2 digits. It's professional if you keep your answers to 0.2. Now control V, it's 185 and now. So I calculated the total number of liters that waste has been made, and then I know the total cost of waste is 300, and that's 55 liters. So 300 divided by 55, it gives me cost of 1 liter. And once I have cost of 1 liter, I'll simply multiply it here, right? So 8 liters. So I have cost of 1 liter with me. So what I'll do, I'll multiply it with 8. Similarly, 300 divided by 55, it's cost of 1 liter. I multiply it with 34. And similarly, I multiply it with 0.75. So now you have done calculation of waste treatment cost. Now, what to be done, sir? Now, R&D cost to be allocated. R&D cost allocation, right? R&D cost to be allocated. That's for sure. So again, same product line will be used, right? Control C, Control V. Now, what's the cost details? It's 60 million. It's 60 million cost, guys. This is 60 million cost and has total 3,400 R&D hours, out of which 800 hours are for ALF7, 85 for this, and 4,000 for green. So you know the basic allocation step. Guys, this is for 3 marks. Come on, guys, you know. This is basic PM level knowledge being tested in APM. And you guys are good with the software too now, right? So R&D cost allocation, right? So I'll say total is how much? I'll say total is 60, right? Total cost is 60, and right, total cost here, it's 60, okay? And hours, yeah, total hours, it's 3,400, okay? It's 3,400. Now they have given you hours spent by these people. They have given you hours by product. So it's 800, okay, and then it's 8,500 for this. I take this from the question, right? And 4,000 for this. So it's simple now. I have 60 million cost with me for these hours. So 60 divided by this. I locked it. I'm good in locking, right? Whoever have the dollars behind, they are locked now, right? So locked here, locked here, and then what I did, I incorporated brackets. I'm good with the Excel, guys. You should be too. Into multiply with 800, so it's 1.57. I made it to the 2 digits as it sounds professional. If you're working for 2 digits, and then I copied it. So I calculated the cost per hour, and then I multiplied the hour, which should be the actual, because R&D is allocated on the actual cost that have been generated, right? On the actual hours that have been worked out, right? Now what you'll do, we have completed this 8 marks, right? So far, we cannot attempt the 9 and 8, but we have done ABC's basic question, and we have got to know the software as well. Now, if you guys have any questions, either you can use the Zoom chat box if you're taking the live class. Otherwise, you can contact me on this WhatsApp number. If you're appearing for APM or SBL, you guys can check out my YouTube channel and can take the crash course classes as well. So these are the details. Now I'll provide the checking services as well. I provide in the crash courses checking services, so you can just download this your answer, right? You can save it. It's print to PDF. So I'm saying save as PDF, right? And I am saving it on the desktop, right? And you can save your answers like this, right? Alfonso part 1. Alfonso part 1. Okay. So I've saved it. And now what I have to do, now it's simple. that I'll send this copied part to me for checking, right? So guys, in today's class, you revised your ABC's answer. ABC's, you practiced one more question. And the best thing of today's class is that you knew how to operate the exam practice platform. Okay. Same things to be done with the Excel to send me the Excel version of your answer. You can do it, right. It's a bit easy. So you can do it with you. And then what you'll do, you'll send me the answers of that as well, right? So I'll upload this class on the YouTube as well. So all the students can get benefit from it. In the next class, we're going to be having a discussion on life cycle costing and environmental management accounting for sure. And then we'll attempt this part of your exam as well. So my clear target is basically to cover a topic and then cover some past papers. Then cover a topic, cover some past papers. Cover a topic, cover some past papers. And once we have done that, we'll directly go on to the practice platform. In fact, you are here on the practice platform. You'll have some new papers of ACCA, and then you will start solving that, right? And then you'll start solving that. So this is all from my side. If you need any help in SPL or APM or advanced case study or ICAW, you guys can reach me out. My WhatsApp number is with you, and then we'll have further discussion. Thank you. Take care.